Slushy Vapes with his smiley face. What's up, dude? What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. How's everybody doing? Yeah, I know it's kind of late to be starting a show. It's just been a crazy week. Let's just say that on my end. But I have been messing around with a lot of cool new flavors and been trying a lot of new different things. And I figured, hey, why not do a live stream? I haven't done a live stream in like a week, so I'm kind of due for one. So here I am, trying to touch base with everybody. I have this awesome recipe which I'm going to share with you guys today. Man, it's so good. It's utilizing a lot of the same flavors that I got from eCig Express. They were nice enough to send me a care package. It contained a lot of jungle flavors and eCig Express flavors, and let me tell you, some of these flavors are definitely top notch for sure. Slushy Vapes, how's it going? Ryan's World, what's up, bro? Lori, hello, call me Tut. What's going on, man? Man, I know I'm late to the game. There were a lot of like DIY shows today, and I kind of started late. I didn't want to step on anybody's toes either, so I kind of just figured, hey, it's never really too late for a DIY show, right? So I have something interesting. By the way, this freaking mix I'm about to share with you, it's phenomenal. You guys are gonna love it. But on another note, I have a paper right here, and I don't know if this is cool to you guys, but this was really cool to me. A lot of times when I'm developing recipes, because I have so many recipes, it's not even funny. You guys don't see every single one of them or every single one I've ever done. Hey, what's going on, Zesty? How's it going, bro? Thanks for stopping by. So I don't really show you guys every single recipe I have. I'm thinking about starting a website, which I started, but it's taking a long time. And to find time in between creating content and everything can sometimes be a little bit troubling. So anyways, I want to eventually start a website and have a recipe book of like all my recipes on there. But basically, what I use in between using ELR, because I don't honestly use ELR that much. Back when I first started mixing, way back when, I had reservations against using ELR. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I always grew up on the sense of using public servers to store any of your information or any kind of cloud storage. Things used to just kind of wig me out a little bit. So I kind of used to have reservations about using services like ELR. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I found out when I'm doing stuff with the channel, it kind of really helps out, sharing recipes with you guys, and you guys can, see what I'm working on, have access to it. So that's great. But long story short, basically when I build my recipes, a lot of the times I use my phone, and I use an app on my phone. And it's from the Google Play Store, and it's, I think it's just called eLiquid Calculator. Let's see. It's called eJuice Calculator on Android. It is a paid app. I believe I pay like $1. I paid $1 or $2. But the developer for the app, he's really good. He constantly updates it. He just did another update. It does everything from measuring by weight, grams, every single weight method it does. But they just pushed another update to it, which allows you to print up all your well, you can't really see that. Sort of. All right, yeah, well, anyways, it allows you to print up all your recipes. So that is really cool. I thought it would be really cool to have like a hard copy backup. So, I could create a recipe book, or like if I wanted to put on the website, I could put them all in PDF form and then upload them to the website in PDF form so you can see my whole recipe collection and all that fun stuff. So I thought that was a really cool feature, and it has like cloud backup and all that stuff, and you don't have to be online to use the calculator. So I don't know. I just thought that was a really, really cool feature for an e-liquid calculator. I have made a video on my YouTube channel about how to use an e-liquid calculator, and that happens to use that same very e-juice calculator. So I thought that was really cool. So I'm just all like cheesing and all excited because I have this now. Yeah, I know. Paper. Not really a big deal, but it's cool to me. Anyways, so let's see what's going on in the chat. So Zesty Vapes is in the house. I actually got some of the jungle flavors that I needed to mix some of your mixes, Zesty. So I really got to get on that because I do want to still review your flavors, your recipes. Let's see, V Dog's in the house. Train Sonic is in the house. Yeah, so I guess I should go over the flavors that they sent me. So eSig Express liked my flavor note review videos, and they sent me some flavors. They sent me things like Jungle Flavors Pink Burst, Jungle Flavors Strawberry Sweet, which are two really good flavors, very good flavors. The only little thing I have against them, and they're little bottles, they're a pain in the butt. Like actually happened on Wayne Walker's live show the other day. He was making something and he poured his whole he made a huge mess while he was doing live mixing, and it's because these caps, the tips stick into the caps, and when you pull it off, there's no like dripper, and you just pour everything everywhere. So that's the only thing I really hate about these bottles so far, and it's not the first time I've had these problems with e-cig express bottles, but that's just a little thing. So anyways, back to the flavors. I also got Jungle Flavors RY4 Double, Jungle Flavors Yellow Cake, Jungle Flavors Milk Chocolate, Jungle Flavors Marshmallow, Jungle Flavors Tiramisu, which I'm learning about tiramisu. I didn't know much, but then I went to the Olive Garden the other day and I found out all about it, so I kind of want to work with making a tiramisu flavor at some point. Jungle Flavors Biscuit, then e-cig Express Green Tea, e-cig Express Lemon, and e-cig Express Kiwi Strawberry. So they hooked me up with I think it's like 10 flavors or whatever it is, and let me tell you, I've been having some good experience with them. Especially I'm glad they sent me the sweet strawberry because it's alleged that the sweet strawberry as well as the yellow cake are good alternatives to Capella sweet strawberry with the issue of the flavor running out, and also with yellow cake without containing sugar syrup in it and compared to Flavor West. So that's cool. JFM, what mod are you using? Right now I'm using the Singeli Fuchai 213 with my Goon RDA on it, and I also have my Alien with my Troll version 2, and my RX 300 with the Freak Show RDA, which I completely hate because the bottom airflow, it leaks like a sieve. So don't suggest that RDA, but the mod is pretty cool. It's just huge. It's just huge. Let's see. Any flavors, John? Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by that. I did get a lot of flavors. But I have a new recipe I'm going to share with you in a little bit. I'm going to mix it up, and it's actually with that one I just printed out. But it's a new recipe I made, and I've been vaping it nonstop ever since. And it uses Jungle Flavors Sweet Strawberry or Strawberry Sweet, and then Jungle Flavors Pink Burst. Came out really good. I'm loving the strawberry flavors. Now, Pink Burst is like it's supposed to be more of a candied strawberry, and that's exactly what I get from it. And when I mixed it with the sweet strawberry, the strawberry sweet from Jungle Flavors, it made a really good strawberry flavor, and I've been loving it. Almi Tut says, I use Android, eLiquid Manager Pro, and Windows Juice Calculator. Yeah. I think I was using at one point eJuice Me Up or something on Windows, but I don't know. Anytime I'm on my computer, usually I just end up using ELR or all the flavors, but I actually haven't got too much into all the flavors. Maybe See, I would say maybe when I want to do more like polished looking recipes with cool pictures and descriptions, but that's what I have planned for my website. So I don't know if I'm end up gonna do that because see the thing too is it's a lot of the problem too is when you're pushing out as many recipes and you have so many recipes, you don't really know what you want to put up, and then you run into the problem where you don't know where to put it up, and so I figured just doing it on a website would be pretty cool. Slushy Vape says the Tsunami RDA is a leak monster. Yeah, yeah, I'm not too much of a fan of bottom airflow. I just don't like it. I mean, I'm an over dripper in general, so I don't know. It ends up leaking all over my RDA all the time, and it's just not worth it, in my opinion. So, anyways, let's see. We have 18 people in here. Uh, if you guys know anybody that like does websites or anything that maybe could like work with me on making a website, that would be cool. Like, even if I had to pay them, I could find a budget where I could pay them because I do want to make one for the channel, but it's hard to find time and stuff, and like it would be really cool. So if you guys know anybody, like email me or something, and like I have my email in the description of my videos because I mean I really want to get it up because I think it would definitely help. I could put a lot of resources and just update it all the time, and but like building a websites take a lot of time. Like I started to build mine and like I literally just got a little bit in the front page done. It took like hours, so yeah. Uh I think I need some help. Slushy Vape says I can never taste strawberry vapes. Yeah, well, some people have that problem, and then some people can taste them for a little bit, and then after a while, they can't. Like me, I get to a point where I can taste some strawberry vapes, and after a while, I won't be able to taste it anymore. But then if I move to like different strawberries or a different recipe that has strawberries in a different way, I can taste them again. And then sometimes I can't altogether. But usually, what I try to do to avoid that situation, I mean, if there's anybody who else falls victim to that, what I like to do is I like to switch up my flavors definitely regularly. Don't vape the same thing all the time for too long because you will definitely adapt to it and you lose as much flavor. At least that's what happens to me. Uh, what's going on, Mohammed? You're from New York. I'm from Rhode Island. That's sort of nearby. Zesty Vape says, "Okay, I'm buying $200 worth of flavors. What should I buy from Bull City Vapors or Bull City Flavors?" I still call it Bull City Vapors. It's just always going to be in my head. Uh, New ones that really stick out to me, Zesty. A lot of them are definitely Flavora flavors, but new ones that definitely stick out would definitely be apple filling from Flavora if you like that sort of thing. Another one would be eggnog from Flavora if you really like that. Another one for strawberries. I've had good experiences with strawberry smash, strawberry pop from Flavora. A lot of them are gonna be Flavora because that's what I've like really been messing with a lot. I said I got a lot of Flavora in my cart. Another one would be I don't know if you've tried it yet, but vanilla pudding is really good from Flavora. Uh, Flavora frosting. But see the thing too, Zesty, if you're getting Flavora flavors, I would go directly to the website and buy from them because that way you can get 20% off opposed to um buying it from Bull City Flavors. And I have a cool link in the description of the video too. Just click on that. No, but either way, if you buy it directly from Flavor, it tends to be cheaper because you can get the 20% off. And I believe there's a coupon code. It's ELR Recipes 20. So, but that's for Flavor flavors. Now for other flavors, let's see. You already have the jungle flavors one, so I wouldn't suggest any of those. You already have them. I'm still working with real flavors. I started adjusting. If you guys see my real flavors video, I'm still working with real flavors. I've adjusted some of the percentages. I raised them up a little bit because they seemed a little bit weak, and those are steeping out, and the older ones are steeping out, so that's cool. But I wouldn't want to suggest them yet because I'm still testing those. And I mean, I don't know what flavors you have, Zesty, so a lot of them I could just be repeating of ones you already have. So, let's see, you got a lot of flavor. What's going on, Matt Williams? I'm getting in some Purlum flavors from the Nicotine River. Yeah, Purlum. I've seen a couple Purlum flavors that I am interested in. One of them's like a strawberry biscuit or something, and then one of them's like a, I don't know. There's a couple of them that really have my eye, but I haven't ordered them yet. Got the Kennedy clone. That's good. Yeah, I heard people have different results with the Kennedy clone when it comes to bottom airflow because usually it has tubes for the bottom airflow instead of just a wide gaping hole like this does. I don't know if you can see it, but you probably can't. But under the coil, there's just like a wide gaping hole instead of two little tubes, and then it feeds right under. So then when you're dripping, it just leaks all over the place. Um, oh, I got something else cool in too. Yeah, so basically, this is the remnants of my previous mixer that was from Liquid Barn. Really, it's from IKEA. It actually says it right on there. So Liquid Barn, on those hand mixers that they have, they're really from IKEA. They're not really made by Liquid Barn or anything like that. So they just resell them. But so that broke. So I was without a mixer. So finally, I could finally get the Norpro mixer. Yeah, boy. This thing is awesome. This thing is awesome. And it comes with like 4 different attachments or 5 different attachments. And let me tell you, this thing is great. You just stick it in the bottle and there you go. The only thing, and DIY Vapor pointed to this too, and it is so true. The only thing that really sucks about this thing is putting in the batteries. And like when DIY Vapor said, I'm just like, yeah, right. You're just like first world problems. You're just bitching. But no, this thing, it's a pain in the ass to put in the batteries. For one reason, they don't even tell you the orientation to put the batteries in. Now, I don't know if I got an authentic version of the Norpro mixer or if it's a Chinese knockoff or whatever, because I did get it off eBay, which did come from the channel, so thank you for the people who donated, because it went right back into the channel. But I used my donations to get this from eBay, which I don't normally shop there. But anyways, so it's a pain in the butt to get batteries into this mixer. And not only is it a pain in the butt to figure out how to put the batteries in the mixer, but I also cut myself because there's a lot of sharp edges on it, and I started bleeding. So yeah, if you do get it, it is an awesome mixer, and it works very well. But the batteries, man, you're gonna hate your life when you get those things in there. It's just a bad design when it comes to that. But everything else on it is perfect. It's perfect, but that part sucks. All right, let's see what's going on. James Rivera, what's going on, buddy? Call Me Tut says, I highly suggest not getting the bread pudding version 2 or French toast version 2 from Real Flavors. They both have an off taste. Yeah. Well, right now I'm kind of I got 10 flavors from them right now, and I'm gonna test them before I get into more of the flavors because I am a little bit. See, there was a debate, and I actually put it in a DIY mixers collective, and some people commented on it, and like, Jen had a video which had Wayne Walker in it, and he was talking about how the Real flavors were PG based. He kept saying PG, which maybe some of them are, but he was referring to the super concentrates, which all of the super concentrates say they're PG free, at least all the ones I have. Maybe it does vary from flavor to flavor, and then you saw my video where it's like, well, I think they're alcohol based because it says alcohol, but that's all it says. So it says it's PG free, and it says there is alcohol, but then I got people telling me it's not alcohol based, that's I think PDO or something like that. But the funny thing is, regardless of all that, they go out of the way to put out what the flavors don't have in them, uh, and all that, and then they go as far as saying that there is alcohol in them, but they don't tell you what the actual base is. Like, if it was PDO or whatever, why didn't they just put that? When you have every other company like Flavora, Liquid Barn, Capella, they all say the propylene glycol on them. They all tell you the base and what's in them, like what the base is. But they didn't list that. I mean, that's not necessarily like, I'm not like trying to dog on them. I'm just saying like that's one of the things that have been throwing me off ever since I got them, because like I'm like, well, what's it based out of? Like, what are the totals going to be when you mix up the ratios, and how is that going to affect the mix? And it just brought a lot more questions, the fact that they didn't add that information in on the bottle, and you really have to dig for it. Apparently there's a forum or something, and then they ended up releasing it afterwards that some of their flavors are VG based, some of them are, I think, PDO. I forgot the exact letterings, or it's PG, but these ones in particular I think are PDO with a little bit of alcohol in them. So yeah, but so right now I'm testing the real flavors ones out, and then once I like can get some good results from them, then I'll definitely go and suggest them. But until then, I don't wanna go to out and buy more real flavors until I can get some good results out of them. What kind of batteries does it take? It takes AA batteries. It does take AA batteries. If you're talking about the Norpro mixer. Mohammed says, JFM, yeah, bro, thanks, guys, a lot. You and DIY Vapor, it's an awesome mixer. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Yeah, this mixer is freaking awesome. I don't know if you're talking about this or me and my mixing skills, but either way, this thing is rad. I really love it. I love it so much better than the other one because I can just mix in bottles now and just go ding, ding, all done. All right, live stream. This has been great. Oh, wait, this is great. Been loving the videos. Thanks, Sean. Thank you. Yes, James Rivera, man. He is the man. He's always coming in the videos being like, put the like on the video, share the video. You are the man, James. And yes, please love, and like, and share the video. Definitely helps out. For sure. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up and help him out. Oh, look at there. Matt Williams is doing it too. Yeah, man, I'm gonna keep the videos coming. I mean, this week though, it's just been crazy, but I still want to make sure I get some videos out. Got to get back on them flavor notes, man. I see what I've been doing is like I just been like mixing the flavors, just trying to get a handle on them, because like I got a lot of them, and like you have to experiment with them to like know how they work, and especially when it comes to Flavora. Flavora is unlike any other flavor company out there. It really is in terms of like how they mix. They mix different. Like I even acquired to some other mixers. What's his name? I even asked Copel in the live show. I'm just like, well, when you're mixing Flavora flavors, like, do you have an issue where sometimes you get muddled flavors if you use too much rather than it tasting chemically? And the reason why I was asking that was purposely because they are different, and they're like you have to really nail down the percentage per each flavor with these flavors. And I know that sounds kind of weird because you have to do that on a lot of flavors, but these ones especially, there's like a target range on where you need to be in these flavors. And if you don't get them right, they either come out muddled or they come out really good. And I don't know, it's weird. Like once you start mixing with them, I just don't know how to put it into words, you know? But they're really good. They're really good. And then sometimes like they'll mix better with other flavors than they'll mix with themselves. Like mixing Flavor and Flavor is sometimes more counterproductive than mixing like Flavora and Capella and Flavor Art, you know. So they're just they're in their own league in my opinion. But I love them. I love them. Where is it? Call Me Tut says, wait, what? Well, from Real Flavors has stated, and flavors have less than 3% per volume of alcohol percentages on the side. Aren't they being the normal cookie? No, yeah, I know. They only do have 3% of alcohol in them. What I was talking about when it comes to real flavors is, uh, I also posted a picture of it showing that it said 3%, but the question wasn't if it, like, alright, this whole real flavors thing, like, really got, like, is really, like, confusing. Basically, when I got these in and I reviewed them, okay, I was thinking normally flavors are PG based, or in some cases they're VG based. But the super concentrate lines do not say on the bottle what base they are. All the information does is it says what there isn't, which is it says PG free, so there's no PG in it, right? And these aren't VG. There's no way there's VG in it. Way too thin. No VG. Well, there might be, but very minuscule amounts. So logic says there's no VG in it, okay? And what it does says, and when you smell it, you can smell alcohol. And it also says 3% alcohol. But that can't be the whole base of it. So, assuming it was alcohol, but it's not just alcohol, it's alcohol and something else, and they're saying it's PDO. But basically, it doesn't say what the base is, it just says what there isn't, compared to every other brand that says what the base is. So, it's just confusing. Give James Rivera a wrench, damn it. Okay, James Rivera, you're getting a wrench. Let's see. Add moderator. Okay, James, you got a wrench. You got a wrench, bro. Train Sonic says, give James Rivera. Oh, I just did. You know what, Train? You're getting a wrench, too. I know you. You're good. You guys will be my wrench army, okay? So take care of my live streams. Alright, Sean. Do you notice a difference in your DIY e-liquids versus different coil builds, mods, tanks, etc.? Definitely. Definitely, Sean. Your recipes are going to taste different and different depending on the build you have, depending if you're using tanks and stuff like that. You can adjust mixes in ways to suit different kinds of vapor products. Like say like you can mix a e-liquid that will favor an RDA over a tank and vice versa, depending on like a lot of things, depending on the flavors you're using, depending on the ratios you're using and stuff like that. So like say you're mixing for a tank, you're not going to want to have like a higher VG, you want to have a lower VG content, and like not a low VG but like lower VG than max VG, and vice versa, as well as different flavors at different percentages sometimes can reflect better in high notes uh with tanks. So like tanks like really hit high notes more. Like you can get high notes out of the tanks more than you can get like the lower notes. Okay, so you want to kind of like do flavors that have a lot of high notes in that, and then accentuate those. And then that would be better for tanks opposed to RDAs, which you kind of have a little bit more leniency because they're like more powerful and depending on your build. And there's a lot of consideration when you're talking about how different vaping equipment affects your recipe and stuff. There's a lot of different variables. Yeah, no problem, James. You deserve that wrench. You're a good guy. Certain liquids will have a flavor become more dominant at different wattage. Yeah, that's another thing too. Different you can sometimes at different wattages, especially with the RDAs, pretty much only RDAs, because you don't want to like really do too many high. Well, that's not true. Some coils can do it, but yeah, at different wattages you can definitely pull out different notes on some flavors. But still, even at the same time though, like that's only a little bit. It's not too much. At least in my experience. I mean, it that is a factor, but I don't know. Sometimes it's not as crazy as people say. It's what that argument is kind of like also the argument of when people are reviewing e-liquids or whatever. I always thought it was funny, and maybe it's just me and my palate. But I always thought it was funny, like watching KJ Andio. And no offense to him, I love him. I'm subscribed to him. He's a good dude. But like, I'll watch KJ Andio, right? And he'll like do a review on an e-liquid, and he'll be like, okay, well, on the inhale I get strawberries, and on the exhale I get the banana or something like that. And I'm just thinking to myself, and this is just me, so maybe I'm just different. Whatever. Maybe it's just my body, but anytime I vape, like when I inhale like this, and I inhale, I don't really get much. It's really all on the exhale for me. It's all on the exhale when I breathe out through my mouth and through my nose. Like, I don't get much inhale. Like, there are some flavors, very select flavors, where I might get a little bit of something on the inhale, but it is so rare. And so many, like, store bought liquids I've tried, and I've never got anything on the inhale. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just the odd man out on that, but I don't get it. And so every time, like, and I like to hear his opinion on liquids. I'd like to see what's going on, and you know what? Maybe people are different. Maybe I'm just the weird one. But every time I see it, I just can't help to be like, really, really, are you really getting something from that? I don't know. Maybe I'm just damaged. I don't know. I'd like to know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys have that same issue. Like, do you guys taste a lot on the inhale, or do you taste most of your stuff through the exhale, as in flavor? That mixer broke so fast. Mine heated up on a 120 mil and melted by the thumb switch. Wait, fishing and vaping. Are you talking about the Norpro mixer? Because if you are, I actually have noticed that a little bit though. Like when I'm like using it for like an advanced period of time, like I do feel it start heating up at my thumb, and then I kind of back down on it. Like I've only used it on smaller batches. I haven't really used it on bigger ones yet. So the biggest one I've used is 30 mils, 10s and 30 mils. Uh, Flavor, Vaping 101 says flavor flavors are a lot harder to work with. It's like you have to build a recipe around their flavors rather than being able to mix and match with them. If that makes any sense. Yeah, yeah, Vaping 101. I think that's one of the points I'm trying to make with flavor flavors. Like, not necessarily that you have to build around them, but they definitely have their certain purposes, and they're also a lot more complex. Like when you're getting a flavor like um, apple filling, let's just say flavor apple filling, it's very complex and it's very unique. It's like a flavor profile all in itself, and then you kind of just want to build off of that. So yeah, I could see that you kind of want to build a flavor around it, but then they also have flavors like frosting or vanilla pudding or cookie, where you can use them to add accentuating notes to other flavors. So I can see it both ways, but I do definitely get what you're saying when it comes to that, because they do have some flavors that are definitely like you kind of have to build around for sure. Definitely. Uh, read that. Read that, Sean. I do certain builds and certain RDAs. Notice it. When you might like a flavor, taste as good. That's 30. Yeah, I mean, again, with that argument with seeing flavors, I definitely do see a different animal wattage, but I don't know. I haven't seen it like too extreme. Oh wait, my chat's all the way down here. Thank you. Yes, the exhale mostly on. All right, here's what I wanted to get down to. The whole thing about the inhale and exhale. So Sean Jensen says, yes, exhale mostly unless it's like a menthol. Yeah. So like I'm seeing that there are. Oh, Zesty, see you later, man. Thanks for stopping by. Oh wait, I get the majority of the flavor on inhale and exhale. Okay, so Zesty's different. Zesty gets it on the inhale and exhale. And then Slushy says exhale. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I really don't know. Like, to me, it's like there are certain flavors, and I'm just trying to think of a flavor that, like, a recipe that it has happened. A lot of like minty flavors and stuff like that. I get a little bit on the inhale, but everything is just exhale, exhale, exhale for sure. But at least I'm not the only one, so that makes me feel a little bit better. Some flavors are bent for one shot and rating. Oh, you mean standalones? Okay, yeah. Some flavors, uh, I don't know. I wouldn't say that. Uh, there are good standalone flavors, but not all of them. Not all of them. But they do have some that are for standalone, sure, or work well as standalones. Citrus flavors I get on the inhale. Yeah, so like that makes a lot more sense to me. Anything that's like citrusy, which is very very strong, or something minty, but like stuff like berries, maybe if it's a strong berry, but other than that, like minty and citrus, like those are two of the strongest types of flavors. Or maybe some kind of spice, like something with a spice note in it. But other than that, like I don't see it. I really don't. But I just might be the odd man out on that. I don't know. Uh, I get onion exhale, but it probably depends on your mouth to lung or direct vapor. I'm a direct to lung. Yeah, me too. Call me tut. Apple comes through on the inhale. Hmm. Maybe for you it does. I mean, I'm telling you, I've definitely had my share of apple vapes. I don't get it on the inhale. I don't. Menthol on the inhale. Yup, menthol. All right. So what it seems like is there's some flavors that actually do, maybe a little bit. Some flavors that don't, and some people are different. And I guess that sounds about right. All right. So let's stop yapping and let's mix up this mix today. So today I have a recipe for you, and I have been vaping it right here. And you guys are gonna ask, well, what are you mixing up? And you're gonna probably have the response once I tell you. You're gonna be like, are you seriously doing this again? And I'm gonna be like, yes. Wait, what is the wrench for? Corey Vapes. The wrench is for moderation. So, like, if anybody is like being a troll or something, um, Train Sonic or James Rivera will probably spank you or something like that. And they can also throw links in the description and help out. Just help out the chat so I can do my thing here and whatever. So, anyways, back to the discussion. So, I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm mixing up today, and your guys are going to probably be like, oh, you're really making one of these again. And my response would probably be something like, hell yes, I'm making one of these again, because I do love these type of vapes, and it came out freaking awesome with these new flavors. So, I bet you guys could guess what it is, but it is strawberry cheesecake. So yes, I'm making a strawberry cheesecake again. But of course, it's not in the same way. It's different. There's different flavorings I used, and there are different. I just made it in a completely different way. So yeah. Have you ever done a solid just vanilla e-liquid? I've done a vanilla custard. I mean, I guess that would be the closest thing I've done to a solid vanilla e-liquid, but that's not really just vanilla. Well, I guess it is. I don't know. But yeah, I've done a vanilla custard. They'll hit you over the head with the wrench. Okay, so let me tell you the flavors I used, and then I'll mix it up. The first flavor I used is Loran's cheesecake, and I used Loran's cheesecake. I'll go over why I used it while I'm mixing it. I also used Loran's cream cheese icing, Flavor West cheesecake, and yes, Flavor West cheesecake is definitely a different one. Flavor West cheesecake has more of a cheesy note than any other cheesecakes, but I'm using it here at a small percentage for that specific reason to get a little bit more cheesy. I also used TFA Graham Cracker Clear, Flavor West Vanilla Bean Ice Cream, TFA Sweet Cream, TFA Bavarian Cream, Capella New York Cheesecake, Yeah, layering the cheesecakes here. Then Sweet Strawberry by Jungle Flavors and Pink Burst by Jungle Flavors. Let's see, which one am I using? Oh, okay. So, I'm gonna switch up the cameras right here and we'll mix it up. Well, let me get my gloves on. Get the gloves on. Alright, I'm gonna put on the logo and intermission and then we'll mix this bad boy up. Thanks, Train. Thanks for sharing the link, bud. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna switch the cameras up and get my gloves and stuff, so hold on 1 second. What is going on, guys? I am back. And I got my scale, and everything is good to go. So, today we are mixing up the strawberry cheesecake. Let me just see if I missed anything important in the chat while I was gone. Alright, nice. Alright, I think we're good to mix. So, again, we're making a strawberry cheesecake, and I'm gonna throw on the scale. Get a little vape of this strawberry cheesecake goodness. I'd have to say, besides cereals and strawberry like cream vapes, strawberry cheesecake, well, cheesecake vapes in general would be my next thing. I just love the way cheesecake bases work. They just work good with a lot of different fruits and cinnamons and anything. I just like the consistency. It makes a nice thick vape. It's good. Alright. And the strawberries, man. This mix is definitely most about the strawberries. Like, this strawberry combination just is really good with these new jungle flavors. So the first ingredient we're using is Loren's cheesecake. And Loren's cheesecake is definitely one of its own style of cheesecake. It's different than any other one. It has a different taste to it. If you tried the cream cheese icing by Loren's, you'll kind of like notice some similarities between the two. But it's definitely its own cheesecake flavor. And I like the flavor. Like, I don't know how to describe it other than like it's a little bit cheesy, but it's also a little bit creamy, and I don't know, but it's definitely one of its own type of flavors. So Lorenz cheesecake is in here at 3% or 1.02 grams. Can't wait to use that mixer again. That mixer is awesome. Hope it doesn't break on me because now I'm worried about it overheating. But I don't know. DIY Vapor's had it for a while and he hasn't really had his break on him yet, so I don't know. Alright, so the next ingredient we're using also is cream cheese icing. I noticed in my other cheesecake where I used cream cheese icing, it made it freaking excellent. Gave it more cream cheesiness. Alright, so I put this in at 1% or 0.34 grams. Right. And then next up is the Flavor West cheesecake. Now this isn't a very popular cheesecake also. This is from Flavor West. If you are to get it, just get a small one. You don't really need a lot because mainly the only reason why I use this cheesecake is kind of the same reason why I use TFA cheesecake. Not TFA cheesecake graham crust, but TFA cheesecake. It's because at small percentages, these ones, like the Flavor West cheesecake, it has like this kind of sour cheesy note, and instead of using like a Greek yogurt or something, you can use this one at a lower percentage and get a little bit of that cheesiness from it. And so this one is in at 1% flavorless cheesecake or 0.34 grams. I will put this on ELR later so you guys can copy it. And if you like smell it, it smells so cheesy. It really does. I like to have my yeah, it smells cheesy. So yeah, I like to have like some of my flavors work together, especially when it comes to cheesecake. So like a lot of people would like say just get this Flavor West cheesecake and try to make a cheesecake and be like, oh no, it's disgusting. It tastes like feet or it tastes too cheesy. Because in my opinion, you're using too much of that. I think this one is more of like an accent cheesecake flavor rather than like a main base profile of flavor. So I use it to kind of just build up a cheesecake rather than being the base of the cheesecake. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean. Next up is graham cracker clear from TFA, and this is self-explanatory. This kind of just helps build up the crust. If you've made cheesecakes before, you know, putting graham cracker in there kind of helps that crust out a little bit. Especially because we're using a lot of flavors here besides the New York cheesecake, and it doesn't really have too much of an accentuated crust like say TFA cheesecake graham crust. It does a little bit, but again, it's more on the cheesy end. So you put in graham cracker clear to kind of build up that crust. And in here I use that 2% or 0.68 grams. Alright, so graham cracker clear is in, followed by Flavor West vanilla bean ice cream. And I chose to put vanilla bean ice cream in my cheesecake this time because I want to thicken it up. I want to thicken it up using like a ice cream flavor because ice cream, if you haven't noticed, it makes it really thick without giving it any like egginess. And I'm trying to build that cheese, the cheese of the cheesecake. But there's a lot of ingredients here that are working towards the cheese, but there's not many that's actually working towards building up the density. Instead of putting like a marshmallow or something like that, I chose Flavor West vanilla bean ice cream because it's kind of a little bit less of a vanilla bean ice cream than TFA or Capella's. So this one seemed like a good middle of the road ice cream to use over the other two. So I used vanilla bean ice cream again, just a little bit at 1% or 0.34 grams. All right. Followed up by TFA sweet cream. And TFA sweet cream, again, only a little bit. This is in at 0.5% or 0.17 grams. Again, this is just building that base. Building the base by layering the flavor. Alright. Next up is Bavarian cream. And Bavarian cream I put in at 1%, again, not too much. 0.34 grams. Right. See, the only thing I have a problem with this LB501 is it's not as fast as my pocket scale. I mean, it's not bad, but like you'll pour and then all of a sudden it'll go over. Like you really have to get it down. Like when you're not really thinking about how fast you're pouring, you'll go over. Like I didn't think I was gonna go over 0.34, but I went to 0.37. So, I mean, my pocket scale one I had before I shipped it out, it was like way better. It was like fast. You put it in. I think because it has to do with the size of the scale and how little you're putting in. I think because it's so small, it registered faster. So I might get another small scale just to like mix on when I'm trying to rush things and not have to worry about it going over. But then again, I haven't had really much of a taste issue with going like a 100th of a gram over. So I don't know, it's fine. Next up is New York cheesecake. And New York cheesecake, again, is just a layering of the cheesecakes. This one's good. It kind of has like, for the crust, I don't know if it's graham cracker. To me, it smells more like Capella sugar cookie with like cheese notes in it. But this one, New York cheesecake from Capella, is definitely heavier on like the cheesecake and cheesiness over like TFA cheesecake, which is more heavy on the graham cracker. And I use this one in at 3%. So New York cheesecake from Capella's in at 3% or 1.02. All right, New York cheesecake's in. Now we got the main attraction, the strawberries. So now I got these ones from eSig Express. I've been messing around with them for a little bit, and I decided to use them in a cheesecake. And let me tell you, the strawberry flavor from this is just phenomenal. It's awesome. It's like a sweet strawberry and a candy strawberry layered into each other, and it's just unbelievable the taste I'm getting from it. So the sweet strawberry from Jungle Flavors is in at 6%. Yeah, 6%. And it's in at 2.05 grams. I'm gonna have to order more of this stuff. Ever since I got it in, I've been using it a lot. I actually think this might replace Capella for me. I really think this sweet strawberry from Jungle Flavors is definitely all it's cracked up to be. It really is. I was skeptical too, because Capella sweet strawberry is kind of like a staple, but when they say that this is the Capella sweet strawberry killer, I think it might be the truth. I think it might be the truth. So far, I've been loving it. All right, and last for the flavors is Jungle Flavors Pink Burst. Now this Pink Burst, it's a strawberry, but it's more of a candy strawberry, and it's just less percentage. It's just gonna work with the sweet strawberry and just make like kind of like a sugar glazed strawberry. So this isn't at 2% or 0.68 grams. Okay, went a little over there, but that's okay. Never can have too much strawberry. Well, actually, you can, and then you end up in a meeting. But this will be fine. It's fine. Just went like 0.10 over, whatever. Um, Followed by Capella Super Sweet. Now I'm using sweetener here because, as you guys already know, I love vaping my sweet juices. You can use stuff like erythritol, ethyl maltol, flavor art pear. Whatever you want to use to sweeten your juice. You don't have to use sweetener like I do. But here I'm using Capella Super Sweet. And I'm using it here at 0.5% or 0.17 grams. I love Capella Super Sweet. I'm liking it over TFA. But then again, they both have their place. Yeah, there we go. Like I usually like to use super sweet more candy mixes and kind of like to use like TFA sweetener in situations like this, but I have super sweet handy and I used it in my other mix and it turned out really well, so I'm not gonna change it. Right. Next up is the nicotine. I'm using 100 milligram concentrated nicotine suspended in PG. So you want to shake it very well. Now, if this was the VG version, you'd want to shake it even more. You don't want to get the concentrated hot spots. And at minimum, be safe. Wear gloves because you don't want to get this on your skin and you want to keep it out of reach of children and pets. And just take it slow when you're using this stuff. This stuff is very serious. Very serious. You can get sick if you get it on you. Really can. It's happened. It's happened to me. It's happened to DIY Vapor. Like, it might happen to you at one point or another. Don't panic. Just wash it off. But just be very careful and take it slow. So, I'm trying to get a 3 milligram nic in a 30 milliliter bottle using PG suspended nicotine. So that's going to call for 0.93 grams. 0.9. And I like to put my nicotine in more manageable sized bottles like this one. That way it limits your risk of getting the nicotine on you. And also it just makes it a lot easier to work with. It really does. So like I mean, technically you could probably like I've seen people do it without gloves and they use the reason is they're using bottles like this as an excuse, but I still use gloves just to be safe. Like, because ultimately you never know when an accident's gonna happen. I mean, I don't mean to be glum, but that's just the truth. You really don't know when accidents are gonna happen. Right, so next is VG, and I'm doing a max VG blend, so that's gonna call for 26 grams of VG. 26 grams of VG. Right. 26. Today I'm using Liquid Barn VG. Trying to run through my Liquid Barn VG and then I'll be on to my Essential Depot. I just figured I'd use the older stuff first. Then again, they're probably the same age when you think about it, and they have a long shelf life, so it doesn't really. But I have all my Liquid Barn VG already in these. Easy. Can't wait to mix. I want to use my Norpro. You can vape this stuff right away too. It tastes good right off the bat, but of course it's a cheesecake. It's gonna benefit from like a few days, if not a week, because it has the vanilla bean ice cream, has the cheesecake flavors, and it'll come into its own, in a week. But it does taste good right off the bat. So if you do need something to vape, vape it right there. I think that's about good because I want to give it some room to mix. Yeah, 26. Yeah. Yeah, that's good because I want to give it some room to mix because when you're using a Norpro mixer, it kind of does push stuff up a little bit. So I'm gonna switch up the cameras and I'm going to mix it right in front of the other camera. There we go. All right. So what did I miss? What did I miss? Okay, let's see if I missed anything cool from the comments. Need to try Loran's. Yeah, Loran's good. That toe jam cheese. That fell out, but it melted. Yeah, some people get that, man. Some people do get that. Hey, John Phenom, what's going on, brother? Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by. You're getting good with the cameras. Thanks, Sean. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it takes a little bit to get used to OBS, but then when you get it down, it kind of helps. All right, so I'm gonna mix this bad boy up with my handy dandy Norpro mixer. Oh, this is just awesome. Like a vortex. Yeah, if you guys don't have one of these things and you want to make your life a lot simpler, I definitely highly recommend it. Definitely better than that milk frother I had before. Like just for the sole fact that I don't have to transfer it from a beaker to the thing, you can just mix it right in. And see, the best thing about this too is like, you know how when you're steeping liquids and you're like, oh yeah, you should shake it once every day and all this other stuff. Like, I know with me at least, and I'm guessing probably a lot of you too, you forget to mix all the mixes you've mixed. And if you're telling me that you honestly shake every single one of your mixes, I think you're lying. I just don't think I don't think everybody does it. I don't think they do. But if you have something like this, it makes that problem a lot easier because then all you have to do is take it off and mix it with this. But then again, you still have to go through all the trouble of taking off all the caps and all that. But I mean, I don't know. It definitely makes life simpler. Is it necessary? Is it 100% necessary? Definitely not. But for sure, it makes life a lot funner and easier. Yeah, I can notice though what you're talking about. The thumb, it does get hot. I think we're good. Good. All right. So now I'm just gonna clean this off. Cleaning it's not too bad either. You wipe it off, and then what I do is I usually rinse it off after a while. What I think I'm gonna do is I think I'm just gonna have like a cup of alcohol, like if I'm doing a lot of mixes, and like I'll wipe it off and then I'll dip it in the alcohol and then spin it, and that way it kind of kills all the germs and bacteria off it. And also you can take off the tips and like keep them soaked in at night too. So or you can throw it in the ultrasonic. That's a cool idea too. But yeah, so let's recap. Wait, where's my cap? Speaking of recap. Yeah, so let's recap. These jungle flavored strawberries, at least the pink burst and the sweet strawberry, I've had a lot of luck with. Those are definitely two flavors I can recommend. Now the pink burst comes across to me as more of a candied strawberry. It would be good in a lot of different candy mixes if you're trying to get that profile. But if you use it like I used it here at like a lesser percentage or at like maybe what would that be uh a quarter ratio with your strawberries, so like a 1 to 3 ratio between your strawberry mixes, you can kind of get a nice sugary strawberry flavor if you mix it with jungle flavor sweet strawberry. So I really am loving that, and I really am happy I just mixed up another bottle. So once this one runs out, I have some more to vape. So, are there any questions, any requests, or anything that you guys want me to do flavor notes on? Anything right away that you're questioning about buying, or anything like that? Also, if you guys are interested in getting Flavora flavors or any flavors in general, I have links in the description. They're affiliate links, but it costs you nothing. Basically, if you need flavors, if you're going flavor shopping, you click the link in my description for say eSig Express and you go buy something, you're paying the same amount, you can get the same deals, and I get a small commission off it because you clicked on my link. But it's no big deal. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps me put stuff back in the channel. And honestly, it's not really much. It's chump change, but it'll help me get more flavors. And you can still use your coupon codes and everything like that. And like the one with Flavora, that's an affiliate link, but that is also a better deal going through Flavora themselves because you're going to use the ELR20 recipe code, or yeah, ELR recipe 20, go for 20% off the Flavora flavors, opposed to buying at even Bull City flavors or eSig Express, and you're getting it cheaper through direct. So that's just one thing that I learned. Because when I was first buying the Flavora flavors, I bought them through Bull City, and I bought them when they had that Black Friday deal. So was it Black Friday? Oh, they were having a sale, but then I noticed after that they ended up going back up to like 550 or whatever. So you're still paying that deal, and that's the same amount they charge at Flavora. I think they have like a price lock or something on them. But over at Flavor, you constantly can get 20% off. And yeah, Train Sonic just put the link in the description for Flavor, so that's awesome. Also, like stuff I use, like my mixers, bottles, there's links for that. But that's enough shilling. That's just, it actually doesn't cost you anything. It's just a matter of, like, you know how people sell you phones and they refer you or whatever, they get a commission, but they don't charge you more. That's pretty much what those links are, and it just helps the channel without you actually having to donate anything, and you get something in return. So it's pretty much you doing the exact same thing you're doing, but it helps. That makes sense. And I hate doing this, but like I really sometimes hard when you go through all this testing and stuff to keep up, but it's not too bad. John Phenom says, never messed with menthol crystals, vanilla and crystals either. I have ethyl maltol. Yeah, John, you know what? That is something that I really want to do a video on. I wanna do some diluting of crystals. It sounds fun. Menez Candy says, can I take a moment to talk to you about our Lord and Savior Donald J. Trump? I don't know what that's supposed to mean. But if you're gonna talk shit about Trump, you're gonna get kicked out. This is a Trump Pro channel. Trump. No, I'm just kidding though. Kidding. You can believe in whatever you want. I don't care. I don't care. But how about on a separate note though, and I know this has nothing to do with vaping, but I don't know if you guys have been following this, but have you guys been following what has been going on with like North Korea? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, I don't know, but I think we might be at war soon. Just to prepare you guys, especially if you're in the US. Like, pardon my French, but shit is getting real. Shit is getting real. Let's see. Can you show us how to use nicotine salts? Yeah, that's another thing that I do want to branch out to. I do want to try to pick up some nicotine salts and get some mouth to lung vapes going. I want to try out nicotine salts. I want to try just crystals in general, diluting down crystals and seeing the difference and stuff like that. That sounds like fun. So that'll probably be coming to the channel. I just gotta work out the logistics of that. So, you know, what I'm trying to do is and this is kind of behind the scenes stuff, but I'm trying to make the channel self-sufficient. So anything that I get for the channel and doing stuff like that gets paid for by the channel, whether that being YouTube ads or donations or whatever. So before I take on big projects like, you know, getting into like salts or anything, unless I can get a company to donate it, I want to get paid for by the Google ads or whatever, just so I can keep everything reasonable and can keep bringing stuff on without it hurting me so much. Because there's a lot of things, like if I had an unlimited, well, I think everybody would, but if I had an unlimited budget, I would just like try to do so much more. But what I want to do is, I think I should be getting ad money at some point, and then I'll get into like crystals and all that, and I'll do like this huge series on crystals and the differences between crystals and like buying it already pre-diluted and stuff like that. North Korea is going to be a blip on the map soon. Yeah, well, there's a lot of problems with just I know what you're saying, Slushy. A lot of people are just like, well, why don't we just take them out? Why don't we just get rid of North Korea? And that's part of the problem with North Korea. You can't just get rid of them because we have too many bases that are nearby North Korea and in South Korea and in South Korea, Japan, and stuff like that. And we're worried about our allies, and we don't want to, you know, cause any more problems. Plus, China doesn't want us to do that because if we do anything in North Korea, it might set China up against us, and you don't want another military superpower like that against us. Not saying that the United States couldn't take China, because China, compared to the United States, you're a bitch. And that's fucked up, but excuse my language. But I'm just saying that because China relies on us heavily for trade, so it's a very complex situation. It's a very complex situation, and it's not just a matter of just getting rid of them. So that's the problem. What we need to do is we need to get China to work with us in order to calm China down. I mean, in order to get North Korea to get rid of their nuclear weapons. That's what we need to do. But if we don't do something soon, and this is why Trump is pressuring them, if we don't do something soon, they're going to perfect their ICBM technology, and then at that point they'll have something that can actually hit us. Or well, technically now it's theorized that they have submarine launchable nuclear weapons, and if that's the case, then they can already hit us, and that's also another reason why Trump is pressuring North Korea. So there's a lot of reason why we're pressuring North Korea. And yeah, see, the thing with that too is Sean Jensen just put up a good point, and I'm sorry, this has nothing to do with vaping, but Sean just put out a good point. He's saying that China is starting to send back coal and stuff like that, but allegedly China happens to do this when they're in the public eye and when things are going on like this, so they don't know if they're really actually doing all that they're saying they're doing to like help restrict trade and stuff to North Korea to kind of like punish them and get them to rethink their policy on nuclear weapons. So I don't know if it's just a front and it's just, them being like, oh yeah, we'll do it while they're looking, but we're really going to like help them out in the background, or we'll just do stuff and help you in another way, which you can't see. So there's a lot to it. There really is. There really is. But unfortunately, I think, I don't know. I think it's getting to a point. I think we're going to go to war with North Korea. That's my honest opinion. I think it's getting to a point where we can't afford not to, because they're perfecting their weapons in a way where it's going to seriously affect us, and if we do nothing. And what I'm most worried about if we get into a war with them is, one, our allies being South Korea, Guam, and Japan, and the soldiers that are there. But I'm also worried about Samsung, because I won't be able to get my phone anymore. Just kidding. Just kidding. But I'm worried about China. I'm worried about China flipping the switch. I'm worried about China flipping the switch and being like, oh, well, we can't have freaking North Korean refugees flooding China. You attacked one of our allies, and then them coming after us, and now we're either in a nuclear war with China, or we're in even a conventional war with them would not be good. I mean, granted, I think the United States, if they chose to, because of our status in the world, we could probably kick their ass. We would still feel it if China got into the war, and it would be unlike any war any of us has ever seen in our lifetime, because they will attack the continental United States, and we will not be in a good situation. And that is a scary fucking thought. And excuse my language, but besides September 11th, none of us have really seen what war would be like in America. At least none of us that haven't been in the military, and I assume it's not going to be good. But see, the thing is too, and I hate to bring this up because again, this isn't this kind of channel, but you know what? With all that said, though, it makes you kind of think. The United States has all this technology, okay, and the biggest technology that they show you that we have is from technology from like 30 years ago, like say ICBM technology, nuclear technology, or a stealth bomber technology, which is like almost 20 or 30 years old now. So you just gotta think on the technology that's not in the spotlight that we have, but then you gotta think the same thing about China. So I really don't know what would happen if we really got into a war with these countries, or what we have up our sleeves. I think, if anything, that would probably be the most interesting part of the war, other than the fact that being scary and people dying and all that. But I think it would be cool seeing, like, I don't know if they have lasers or something like that. But I mean, obviously, I don't want war. But you know what I'm saying? Like, we must be sitting on some pretty cool stuff. Let's see. Does Nicotine River use the same as all other companies? What? Hold on, I'm looking. No, I mean, Bavarian cream he uses is way darker than what I have and have had for months. Now I get from Nicotine River. Is there a difference? I'm using TFA Bavarian cream, and my TFA Bavarian cream This is a bottle I haven't opened yet. I'm still running out, but this is what it looks like. But if my Bavarian cream and you have TFA Bavarian cream, if it might look a little bit different in tint, that might be because of my cameras and the filters on them. In other words, when you're using a camera, they have automatic software that changes color and saturation and all that depending on light and stuff like that. So anytime you're seeing a flavor and anything that represents color in any video you see online, it might not represent what it actually looks like in real life, if you get what I mean. Same thing in pictures and pictures you see online. That's why anytime you see representations of anything like that, like online rather than in person, it might look slightly off. Because there's like encoding, there's like color saturation, there's gamma. There's like so many different variables that why this might not look the same as it might look in real life. If you're talking about TFA event. That's something that's taken into consideration. Okay. We don't need China, we have all big shopping buddies, Thailand for example. Um I don't know, man. We kind of really heavily rely on China right now. I mean, I don't think we need China. I mean, I'm pretty sure if one day we're just like, you know what, we're not dealing with China anymore. Uh, I'm sure it would hurt us. I'm not sure that we need them. Like, I'm sure we could get over it. I think, to tell you the truth, and this is my theory on this, and again, this has nothing to do with vaping, and I'm sorry if you guys are getting aggravated about this, but the thing about China is, really, my opinion towards it is I think stopping trade with China or just like relying more on America would be a good thing because that's part of the problem with our economy right now is we stopped building things. We stopped manufacturing things. We need to bring that back here. We need to bring quality jobs back to America, and that involves manufacturing and building things, and that's what China is doing for us. So would China stopping trade with China necessarily be a bad thing? I'm pretty sure it would negatively affect us to begin with, but I'm pretty sure in the long run it would probably be a good thing in terms of having Americans build our own products and not relying on other countries and being more self-sufficient, in return giving Americans more job, and in return putting more money into the economy, and in return not having to worry about losing ties with the country because of political agendas. So I don't know that. See, everything is so complicated, and there's more to it than you would necessarily think. But I think that is one issue that America is facing is that we don't manufacture enough stuff anymore. And then we're vapors too, so that's another thing. If we stop trade with China, then we need to make all of our mods and stuff. Mech suits and laser beams. You know what? That you might say that like it's crazy though, but I hear America actually does have lasers now. Like the American military, they have lasers that I think are meant to shoot down drones or satellites or something. But I heard that's real. I don't know how true that is, but I heard that they actually do have some sort of like high-powered laser. All right. Well, I think Switzerland is secretly creating the most advanced ever. Best star level. No, man. You know who's creating the best stuff in terms of technology right now? It would definitely be a cross of Switzerland and Germany. Because you gotta think, all of the technology that America touts, and this might set off a lot of people and get a lot of people angry, but it's the truth. A lot of the technology that America has that is like crazy over, like jet engines, rocket propulsion, which that's another topic. But anyways, jet engines, rocket propulsion, like computers, stuff like that. A lot of that is like was made by German scientists or from German scientists that were brought over in Operation Paperclip from World War II into America for sanctuary, and they worked with America to build up all those technologies. So that's one thing. Like, I don't know. The Navy has the laser. It's on YouTube. Yeah, I think we saw the same thing, Slush. Yeah, that's where I saw about it. The laser on the naval boat or whatever. The best will be when a laser puts on a satellite in space to shoot down missiles. Yeah, yeah, that could be. I could definitely see that happening. I forgot what I was about to say though, but it was more about the technology thing. I don't know. Sean Jensen says, "So, do you have any recommendations of banana flavors?" My favorite banana flavor so far, and I'm still testing. My favorite banana so far would probably be TFA banana cream. But there are also good flavors like Flavor Art banana if you want like a more natural, real to life banana. Capella banana is more like a runch banana, but it's so good. I like it. But if you're not into the runch banana, you don't want that. That's Capella. And I also am messing around with Flavora, Flavor West. I'm still doing some testing. I haven't tried banana ripe though. I haven't tried that one. But I don't know. Banana cream from TFA is my favorite when it comes to banana. Definitely. And then if you want to make it a little bit authentic, throw a little bit of FA banana in there. But it's weird. I believe FA banana kind of had a little bit of a. I think FA banana was the one, and it had a little bit of like a, almost like a coffee ness to it. Yeah, I think so. No, no. I was thinking about pineapple, FA pineapple, but FA banana. FA banana is a good, real to life banana. Flavor art. If you don't know what FA is, but I'm pretty sure you do. Yeah. Anyways, I forgot what I was gonna get on about the technology thing, but I think I gotta head out. Gotta go pick up the wife from work. You know how it is. But again, if you guys need anything like flavors or flavor flavors or anything, check out the description of my videos. Click on the link. Even if like say you're not buying anything now, like next time you're thinking about buying some flavors or whatever, just come to one of my videos real quick and click the link to the store, and then that way it doesn't cost you anything and it helps out the channel. Like I mean, obviously you guys don't have to, but it really would help me out. And stuff like bottles and stuff, they really do have good deals on the links I have in the description. Same thing with mixers and stuff like that. If you click the links, again, it doesn't cost you anything, but if you buy anything within 24 hours, if it's from Amazon, they give me a commission on it, and it goes back into the channel and it helps it out. And that really helps. But other than that, I will have my flavor note videos coming back this week, so I'll be getting back to that. I'm working on some more recipes. I'm working on doing more flavor tests. I'm still flavor testing the real flavors. I'm gonna work on some more of the jungle flavors this week for flavor testing. I'm gonna mix a lot of them up and have them on standby. And then also I am working on flavor. And I almost forgot. Also, I have some stuff for Liquid Barn coming up too. Liquid Barn sent me some flavor. They are re-releasing one of their seasonal flavors that actually did really well and is really tasty. And I'm doing a review on that. They also sent me some flavors to do flavor reviews on because I noticed that there aren't a lot of information about Liquid Barn flavors, and the ones I've tried so far, like strawberry cheesecake and Baker's Touch, they're really good flavors, and there's not a lot on them online. So I'm like, hey, if you want to throw me some flavors, I will definitely do some flavor reviews. So I got some stuff like Pacific Cooler, Blue Raspberry, Cream Brulee, because I've been hearing a lot of Cream Brulee lately, and I want to try it out. And then I also got some from before. I got like cream, whipped cream, strawberry cheesecake, fresh cream, I believe. Yeah, so I'm gonna do some more stuff with Liquid Barn too. So you got some options there. And if there's any kind of flavors you guys are into buying, or that you're about to buy, or you're not sure on, contact me, whether it be on social media, in the comments of one of my videos or something. But there's so many ways to grab my attention. I'm pretty active. Even if I don't respond, I will see it and I will try and get a video out for you so you guys have better information when it comes to buying. And let's see, FA Banana is on checklist for me too. Yeah, FA Banana is a good one. It really is. And I know John mentioned something about a couple of strawberry ones that he likes a lot. I'll have to go back on those videos and check that out on the checklist. Yeah, I have a lot. My list on strawberries are growing, and I think I'm about to. What I really need to do, speaking of strawberries, is I really need to come up with a. I want to attempt a strawberry Nesquik flavor. I know that's what everybody's trying to do. I think I should try to do it because I have so many strawberries now. I could probably do it. And here, guys, look at this for a minute. Look at this bottle right here, and be in awe and amazement. You guys know what this is? This is Alpine strawberry. This is the most expensive bottle of flavoring you'll ever see. No, seriously, this flavor is like expensive. It's like 20 bucks or something, but you need like drops. It's so strong. Ugh, I've been messing around with Alpine strawberry. It's a good flavor. It's a really good flavor. But that flavor is definitely gonna get its own flavor review and all that other stuff, so you don't have to worry one bit about that. But I gotta wrap this up, guys. So again, if you guys are in the market for buying any flavors, click on the links in the description. If you guys need any bottles, anything, links are in the description. I will have my flavor notes coming back this week, and I will have probably more recipes coming out. Working on my website. If you guys know anybody about websites, email me or whatever. Links, my email's in the description. I do need to get my website working. I don't know if I can get help on that. That would be cool. But other than that, I think that about wraps it up. So thank you guys so much for watching. You guys mean the world to me, and you guys have yourselves a great day. Peace.